Welcome inside the new digs of the Unity soccer team here in their locker room, here for our Coach's Corner on unitysports.com. I'm Mitch Wigness, this is our head soccer coach, Chris Logan. Coach, your team already at the midway point here in the Big Sky Conference as you get into a couple more home games this weekend. Kind of assess what your team's been like and kind of the overall standings of the Big Sky.
I think we've been very proud of the way that we've been performing game in, game out so far.
Yeah.
You know, we're 2-2. We could easily be 3-1. We could easily be 1-3. But the nice thing is that we're competing game in, game out. The team are playing with a lot of belief, a lot of passion, a lot of confidence, and it's been a good start. I think the biggest thing is for us, winning our home games, and so far we're 2-0. Hopefully this weekend we'll be 4-0 at home, and that's going to be the big thing. Is if we want to make a challenge for making the postseason, you certainly have to win your home games in what's a very strong conference, especially when you go on the road. There's a lot of tough games, and it kind of showed this past weekend. It's difficult to go on the road and have to fly to one state and then another, but the girls dug in, and on another weekend we could have come back with two very different results.
Seems to be a running theme within your team that the team just won't let down. You keep saying that a lot in your post-game comments. Talk more about that.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what the scoreline is. The team never quits, and it was quite interesting last week after the game against Sacramento State, and it was a much closer game than the 3-0 scoreline suggested. But the girls, we were so proud of them the way that they just kept fighting regardless of the scoreline. And actually, their coaching staff came up to us after the game and said, that our team were just surprised that your girls never lay down. They were trying to win the game all the way to the end, and even at the end of the game, our goalkeeper Catherine Klein went up for a corner and almost got on the end of it. And it just shows, kind of the spirit and belief in this team that they refuse to quit, and that shows a lot of character.
You mentioned Catherine; she's off to a great start in amongst the leaders in the Big Sky in terms of goalkeeping. Talk more about her progression and what you see out of her.
No, she's playing very well. She commands her box very well. She reads the game. She's a great shot stopper, and day in, day out, we have three awesome goalkeepers here, and they constantly push each other. And I think that makes Catherine a better goalkeeper as well. Is the fact she's got Olivia and Jacqueline breathing down her neck. So we're very blessed here that we have three great goalkeepers. And right now Catherine's playing very well. She does what she needs to do, but the back line does a great job as well of protecting her. And it's kind of a team effort in terms of our defensive solidarity.
It's got to be nice. You've got a goal scorer that can find the back of the net, and Katie Muller as well. She's off to a good start as well. Talk about Katie. Yeah,
Katie creates a lot of chances by herself, which is great. And now other people are starting to step up and start to assist her with some of the chances that we're creating. I think that one thing we'd like to see is Katie, as you said, she's for sure a goal scorer. I think the one thing that she's still. The next step for her is going to be the composure in front of goal on a consistent basis, because she does a great job getting into goal scoring opportunities and finishing one or two of them. But now we're kind of looking for, instead of finishing maybe 1 of 3, 1 of 4, can we now be at 2 or 3, 2 or 4? But she's so effective, so dangerous, and she's super fun to watch.
Well, let's preview this weekend. A big weekend coming up. Eastern Washington on Friday. The lone team that doesn't have a loss yet, Big Sky Conference play, be good to pick them off on Friday.
Oh, absolutely. It'll be tough. We've watched a lot of video off them. They're a very good team. But you have to win your home games, as we said, and it's tough always going on the road. And they've got a fairly arduous trip coming in here before going down to Colorado as well. So all we can do is turn up and play the best we possibly can and see what happens.
Then you got Sunday, Idaho. What about this Vandal team? What do you see from them?
Well, I think this weekend's difficult just because we've got the postseason champions from last season in Eastern Washington, the regular season champions with Idaho. Very good, big, strong, tough, athletic. They're a good team, but again, it's when you travel, it can be fairly arduous, as we found out this past weekend on the road. But also with us playing at home with our home field advantage and being in front of our fans, hopefully that kind of kicks us on to get 2 good results.
Yeah, you mentioned the home team advantage. It's big. We need you out there. It's going to be good weather so far out at Bronson Field, so come on and check them out. Eastern Washington Friday at 1, and then Idaho Sunday at noon. Come on out on Bronson Field.